What's going on, everybody? It's me, I'm Drew. This is
Ken.
We are so happy to see you all here in the after party. This was just a wild night. I can't believe we did it. We made a movie. It took years. It was fun. It was hard. It was beautiful. And yeah, now we're gonna have a little fun here. So everybody who's here, you know, have a drink, get in the chat, talk it over. We're gonna have the whole cast. I believe the whole cast. I don't know. Most of us, I think, are coming. People are at different locations around the country, but we think we're gonna bring them all together in just a minute here. But let's open it up. Tell everybody where this link is right now, and because you've got to be here with me.
Got to be here with me.
You got to be here with me now. Drove to California looking for the time of my life. Yeah. Left behind a fortune, trying to see from every side. I lived in castles and in cars. It doesn't matter where you are if you can't be there, baby. Now, you got to be here with me. Go.
Be here with me.
Right now. You got to be here with me.
Be here with me.
Right now. You got to do it for my brother and for every other who cannot be here with us now.
Hitchhiked to Alaska, tired of advancing. Yeah. I was trying to get away from the dues they make you pay. Yeah. I saw the city and the wild, both were trying to take my child. So I stopped taking sides, I'm just trying to stay alive. Come on, Drew.
All right, well, here's the deal. We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. We've got a couple things planned for you. We've got some videos from the cast members. But first, I want to say we're doing a live event at Bobby McKee's in the National Harbor. All 6 of the musical leads. We'll see if we can get Vince to come out to it. But all the 6 of the musical leads are coming to Bobby McKee's August 11th and 12th and 13th even, I believe, as well. And we're going to be playing dueling pianos, straight up dueling pianos, maybe some songs from the movie if you want to hear them. And we're going to do a live screen premiere of the film. So I want everybody to tell everybody about that because they have been so supportive throughout the very entire process. From the very beginning,
yes.
We did some test shooting at the club in 2018. That's how long this has been going on. So 2018, and Bob is just an absolutely beautiful man who really got the ball rolling on just like the whole concept happening, and he supported us. So I just want everyone to know you could get your tickets for Duelers Live at Bobby McKee's August 11th and 12th. What else? I guess we still are.
There's a red carpet.
Oh, there's a red carpet. We're gonna do like a red carpet premiere. I believe that's official.
Awesome.
We're gonna try to get a popcorn machine and champagne and stuff. It's gonna be pretty good. What else? Let's see. Okay, we're gonna take a lot of questions tonight. One of the questions will probably be why YouTube. We wanted everyone to see it. We're gonna be, I think, going on Apple TV this fall, but we wanted to have a whole summer where everybody could see the film. No excuses. However, we would appreciate it if you can afford it. Throw some money in the tip jar for the film company. It's always appreciated. We definitely worked our butts off on this, and so we would appreciate that. That's all I can say. I'm not good at that kind of thing, but films are expensive. So if you want to help the film company, there's a lot of us in it. A lot of cast and crew part of that company. All right, so here we go. This is I guess I don't know. I'll finish this off. Be here with me right now. So first up tonight, we have people are asking us, did you play the music live? Yes, we played all that music live. We obviously had some post-production magic, but all the takes are live. And to prove that, I've asked one of our cast members, who plays Jane, Elisa Carlson, to start us off with a little video to show you.
Hi, friends. I'm Elisa Carlson. I played Jane in Duelers, which, oh my God, I'm so excited. It's being released on the world this Sunday. Is it Sunday? Is it today? Is it now? Did it happen? Oh my God. So excited. Let's see. What else am I up to? I am currently playing Kat in Ernest Shackleton Loves Me at Porchlight Music Theater, which is so much fun. Get to play the piano and the violin and the drums and the acting and the singing and all the things. It's good. Come see it if you can. What? Oh my gosh, you want me to play something for you? Stop it. I just happen to have my piano right here. What are the odds? Out here in the fields,
That's Elisa. She's amazing. We'll see her in just a minute live with the group chat, I believe. So, but we got some more videos from the cast while everyone's getting set up, and we have a little Discord chat going on. We're going to broadcast to you. It's going to be so much fun. And keep the chat going. Hi, everybody. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Mark. Hi, Scott. Hi, Amy. Hi, Val. Hi, Billy. Carla. Always. Jason. Good to see you. Heidi. Shelly. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Dan. This is so cool. It's great to see you all at the after party. I can't believe we just made the film. I wore my Drew outfit for the after party. Anyways, we wanted to give a couple shout outs for some of our other cast members. So we have one from Vince, who plays the evil Steve.
Hi everyone, Vince Orlandi here. I play Steve in the movie. Some might say I'm the film's villain, but I think I'm just a little misunderstood. Business oriented, right? I'm coming to you from the road because, believe it or not, in real life, I am actually a dueling piano player as well. I'm on my way to a gig right now here in beautiful Portland, Oregon. But mostly these days I'm playing weddings and private events, not so much the bar scene that you see in Duelers. I hope you enjoy this movie because we had so much fun making it in frigid Michigan. So many fond memories came flooding back once I heard that we were finally going to be out there for the whole world to see. So I hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it. I'm so excited. So thanks for checking us out, and we'll see you on stage and in the barn. Bye.
Well, that was our good friend, Mr. Vince Orlandi, and very, very excited. I think he's going to be in the chat later as well. Let's see what else we got here. We got some. We have a couple things from our friend Tom McGovern. So Tom is going to be, I think, sharing a greeting, and maybe we have some music from Tom as well.
Hi everybody. This is. It feels like 3 lifetimes ago that we tied the bow on this absolute unit of a film, and I'm honored to have been a part of it. I'm proud of every single one of the people that were involved to bring this thing to life. I can't believe it's finally time to watch it. This is so exciting. I'm just stoked. I'm jazzed to have lent a hand in any way. I can't wait to experience it all with you right now. This is very exciting. I think Drew is going to air a very dumb video that I've made just for fun, so please enjoy that. I'll see you all on the internet in a few short minutes. I asked ChatGPT to write me a song called Sweet Chinchilla. Why? Frankly, I don't f***ing know. It gave me a bunch of lyrics. I wrote all the music to accompany the lyrics. Here you go, Sweet Chinchilla.
I saw her at the pet store, sleek and soft like a dream. Her fur was fluffy and warm like a cloud or a cream. Sweet chinchilla, oh so fine, I could stare at her all day. Sweet chinchilla, oh mine, I love her in every way.
Yes, Tom is amazing. He's hilarious. It's funny because he's very different in real life than he is in the movie, except for this one video which I picked. I want to show you. This is Tom very much channeling Tyler from Duelers in a short piece he did that went, like all of his stuff, went millions viral. And it's called Stuff I Wish I Could Say on the Gig. This is Tyler.
What's up, Richie's Bar and Grill? My name is Tom McGovern. I'll be playing some music for the next couple hours. I am wildly depressed. Yeah, so I'm rocking like $62,000 of student loan debt right now. So if you wouldn't mind giving me $5 to $10 of your own money in cash, that'd be sick. Hey, for the table in the back by the bar, I don't know the words to driver's license, and I'm not gonna look them up because you've been acting like dickheads all night. What are you eating, sir, in the blue hat? Pulled pork? Bad idea. So this next song is one that is pretty special to me. I love singing it. And who said that?
Yeah.
You. What's your name, dude?
Greg.
Greg, nice to meet you. Go fuck yourself. If you think for some reason that it's okay to come up to me and request a song by pulling your mask down and yelling it in my face, I hope you get hit by a car. My man in the black checkered shirt, that's not gonna happen. Read her body language. Give up. If you buy me beer, I will pretend to like you so you buy me more.
Tom McGovern, amazing. We love Tom. That's hilarious. Okay, so we got a 5-minute warning to the Discord chat, which hopefully will work. 5-minute warning. I'm going to check in with the guys, but luckily Danny K played us a long, lovely jam as our last submission here from the cast, and then we will get everybody on board and see if we can solve the world's problems together. Hope you guys are enjoying our little after party. Here's Danny Corzelius, the Human Juke. Check him out on Twitch, Human Juke 81. He's awesome.
Hey friends, welcome to the Juke Joint. I'm Danny K, and I just can't tell you how happy I am to have finally been able to share Duelers with you guys. It was an absolute pleasure to work on it. I'm so proud of what Drew and the entire cast and crew has created in such a short period of time. When we were filming, it was only about 3 weeks of being up in snowy Pontiac, Michigan, and here we are. But I'm just so happy to be here with you. I want to show you a little bit of what I do. I'm a streamer as well as a dueling piano player now. I play up at Bobby McKee's in National Harbor and 88 Keys in Myrtle Beach occasionally as well. But 3 to 4 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and some Saturdays at 8 o'clock, I stream at that address below. I have learned everything about looping and Ableton and streaming and basically on stage or on stream. And it's been amazing to find a whole nother way of getting my creativity out. And I'll show you a little bit real quickly of what it is that I do here. So, let's see. Looking back on when I was a little nappy-headed boy, and my only worry was the Christmas one would be my toy. Even though it sometimes would not get to things, we were happy with the joy the day would bring. I wish those days good will come back once more. Oh, I did those days ever have to go, 'cause I wish those days could come back once more. Oh, I did those days ever have to go. I wish those days could come back once more. Oh, I did those days ever have to go. I wish those days could come back once more. Oh, I did those days just a little quick jam. Hope you guys enjoyed the movie. I know I sure did. Please make sure share it, like it, send it out to everybody you know. Shout it from the rooftops because we need all the eyeballs on this thing we can get. So thanks for tuning in, and back to you, Drew.
That was amazing. Danny K, thank you very much. Okay, before we go live with the crew, I am going to play a little video, a little slideshow I made with the cast. It's not a big deal, but I hope you all enjoy this little fun thing.
It's time, my friends. We've come to the end. We won't need the new or again. But I love these tears, each one for each year. We lived without fear or regret, 'cause we know it's for the best we go, and we know it's for the best we go. What if I pretend I'll see you again? A life without end, without pain. Then we'd never be sad, we'd never be glad, we'd never be anything at all. 'Cause we know it's
Mean mugging.
for the best we go, and we know it's for the best we go, and we know nothing else will be. Only in my dreams.
I'll talk. Okay. Anyways, thank you, voice. Sing. Voice coming out of my mouth. Voice coming out of my mouth. Mouth noise. Out. Nothing. There is no mouth noise.
Cause we know
Voice in my mouth.
it's
All mouth.
for the best we go.
If someone records this,
and we
black
know it's for the best.
There's a voice. There's a voice.
Best we go.
In my
And we know it's for the best we go. And we know it's for the best we go. And we know.
So we're having technical difficulties, to say the least. So it's a well-oiled machine. So everybody, if you want to stay on the chat, I'm gonna try to reconnect one more time and just come back to the channel, and we're gonna try this one more time. Technical difficulties, and what do you expect? It's live TV. So, y'all rock. I'm going to try to get the cast one more time back on the YouTube channel. So, stick around. We love you.
Are we back up and running?
I think we fixed it.
Yeah, and they're all saying it's better anyway.
That's wild. Oh,
Nice.
Honey.
Perfect.
I love you guys.
Beautiful.
We got it. We have it. We have a show. We have a show.
Are we back up and running?
Yeah. Oh, it's better without us? Dude,
Yeah, I think
I had
so.
to restart OBS.
It's
now.
fixed. It's fixed.
Just a little reset, which I've never done in the middle of a live stream. So that was very nerve-wracking. It's better. The show was better. Oh my God. What a heart attack. Okay, forget it. Before anything else happens, let's go. Hey, so I'm going to just start us off. We had the polar vortex during the filming. And the polar vortex was absolutely ridiculous. And, okay, forget it. What was it? How cold was it? Danny, you had a thing on your phone. How cold was the polar vortex?
You're muted, babe.
Oh, Danny, you got to unmute now.
Yeah, now
It's
we're
no
live.
longer Drew's fault. You
was
can't.
Yeah,
negative 33.
I only screwed up OBS, and technically it was OBS that really did us in here. OBS, you little rascal. What was the polar vortex like, Danny? That's my first question.
It was negative 33, my man. Negative 33 was the feels like. I think it was like negative 12 air temperature.
If we could have gotten a feels like of the basement floor.
Yeah, what, like minus 40?
Oh my God.
It was cold. It was cold. All right, so who do we got here? I want to say we've got Christian, Dave Feenup, our sound engineer, Danny, our producer, Drew Hill, our wardrobe, hair, and everything. Me, Shelby's here. Shelby, I know you've been really busy. Can you give us some thoughts? My question to you is, how was acting on screen for the first time?
I'm actually quite surprised at my performance, I would say. I think I did Bethany justice.
You did.
You definitely did.
Oh yeah, we loved it. So awesome. Hey, you at? Thank you for making time for this. By the way, you're at a band rehearsal right now, or what's going on? Where you at?
No, people got together to watch. They wanted to support.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
It was like a big old gathering in there.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Well, I'm glad we're technically back on. It's great to see you look wonderful. You haven't aged a day. And now I'm going to go to, let's see, Mr. Tom. Can I bug you, Tom McGovern?
Hey, Drew, real quick question. Are the kids in your space?
Yeah, hold on, guys. I guess they can hear the kids. Tom, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You've
badly.
been,
So strongly.
No,
Okay,
kids
let's-
take the priority.
let's take the priority. Let's.
Extract the
first.
children.
Okay.
Family first always.
I'm at least really happy they weren't just in my head, guys.
Yeah, there are children
was
talking.
definitely like-
It was hard because we were trying to make sure they don't interrupt it, but now they come in and they are interrupting, and they
Hey,
hit.
hi guys.
They're so cute. It's hard to be mad at them.
Hey guys.
I wanted to show
What?
Julian
Yeah,
that Julian was around during the movie, and all the cast members held him when he was 6 months old. So here he is now.
True.
Yeah.
So grown.
What do we do?
That's wild.
He's gonna sing a song for you, and then we're gonna move on. Sorry, Tom. You've been...
Oh, perfect.
No problem.
Dick, 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 diggly, dick, 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 diggly. All of my life I have searched for a land like this one. A hundred of us talent, a country I couldn't design. Hundreds of them believe it, I couldn't decide. A man gonna die, a man gonna die. The greatest adventure is by keep on working, it's mine, working, it's mine, mine, Indian goal, beautiful goal, and but it's my land, mine. A bucket big boys, I'm telling you the big boys, on that birthday cooking, it's fine. This land made of you, it's beautiful. The men can be boy, the bum can be so. I don't take it, they take it, they happiness, mightily.
Thank you, everybody. That's the only way we can get
If
him
you
to like.
had any, if you had any question about the film
Hold
being
on.
recorded live,
Yeah. Here we go. There's at part 2. Alethea wasn't even born yet. She wasn't even a glimmer in our eyes. All right, come on, guys. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
Thea, time is precious here, love. Come on.
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
Here's this up, Mama. Okay, it's time to sing a song. Here's it. Okay. Okay. Time for this piano. It's like, ready, set, go.
Oh, you want me to play?
Let go. Sorry anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Over yes, talk. Oh, it's what's it. Oh, it's so deep.
It's a little pitchy, a little pitchy.
Oh, it's so it's in way.
That's what Melodyne is for.
All right, that's. We appreciate
Fantastic.
it. Thank you. You just bought us silence for the rest of the night, so thank you for your patience, everybody. And now, Tom McGovern.
Who would have thought a whole family is talented?
Yeah, I don't really want to follow that.
I know.
I don't think that it's possible.
It's not fair.
It's like
I'm glad you played our videos first. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you led with us.
You guys killed it. That was amazing.
Save the real talent for later.
Yeah.
What? This is unbelievable.
Now people have to stick around and listen to my voice, which is like not. It's 20% as fun as what just happened.
I really apologize for that. But now there won't be children talking in the background and making Christian think he's crazy. Tom, it was your first feature film. I feel like there's more in store. What do you think about this?
I mean, that was like one of the most. I think back to that period of time. It feels. How long was it actually from arriving on location until we wrapped? I don't even remember how long it was.
3 weeks.
3.5.
3 weeks?
Or like we did like a 10-day pre-camp, and then like it was 2 straight weeks of filming, like Monday to Friday with like a Saturday, Sunday off, Monday to Friday with a Saturday, Sunday off. Or like
Monday to Saturday, Monday off.
Yep, yeah, one day off, Monday, Saturday. Jesus.
If I'm lucky enough to be able to be a part of something like that again, whether it's acting in a movie or writing for a movie or producing a film, I hope that it's half as fun and there's half as much camaraderie that there was at 3:00 in the morning in the last week of shooting when it was 15 degrees outside and everyone is like shoving lentils into their mouth and drinking like old cold coffee. It was truly like, it was more fun than I ever thought it could be. And I'm incredibly grateful to have been a part of it. It like exceeded all of my expectations, the making of it.
That's so great. We were so glad to have you. It's just an awesome experience. All right, I got to go next cast member here. Danny Corzelius, Danny K. You can all hear me, right? Danny K.
Yes, sir.
Are you upset for not being credited as a dishwasher, chauffeur, carpenter, set decorator? Keep going.
No. I really didn't do many of those things. I meant to watch again? Was I credited for fixing the? Did we make
camera?
a credit for like fixing the
Easy
camera
rig.
arm?
Easy rig, yeah.
Yeah, the easy rig. Well, and I can't tell you too because I was so I went and stole that easy rig and tried to fix it without you guys even knowing. So I totally could have screwed it up even worse. But I went and hid in the kitchen and.
But the show must go on.
Yeah. Well,
No,
I know
good.
Danny's back. Danny's back was killing him. I was like, I gotta figure out a way to make this work, and like, I'm the one to do it for some reason, and I'm glad I didn't ruin it.
For those of you that don't know what an easy rig is, it's like a vest you wear with a little arm that holds the camera, so it takes a lot of the weight off. So I would run around with that, like holding the camera up like a fishing line, and I snapped it. And so I just threw it off and put it on my shoulder, and Danny K runs into the kitchen and like fixed it just on the fly while we were shooting, which, yeah, my spine thanks you, good sir.
Yeah, I went down to the prop room and like raided any toolbox I could find. Like I don't even know whose it was. I'm like, I'm taking this, and like this paracord is mine, and just ran up to the kitchen, which was, we won't go into the state of that kitchen, but and yeah, just ran it back together. And in all fairness, you didn't break it. It wasn't run properly the first time. Like it was all snaked through there wrong. So like eventually it just frayed, and thank God you had a safety hook on it because we would have lost that thing.
That would have not been fun.
Oh no.
Well,
that
I
camera
really like
was definitely
how
the most valuable thing in that building at any one time.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that our actor is now like a professional repairman for this advanced piece of camera technology.
No, don't ask me to fix anything ever again. I cannot recreate that.
No, but
this
that's
is not
very-
a certification.
That's a very specific Danny K quality where it's like, if there's something going on that needs to be fixed, Danny is at the front of the line, just be like, all right, let's figure it out. Oh, what's wrong? Let's just do it. We can do it.
It was kind of like
sure enough,
the whole movie was like everybody just stepped up. Let's see. Speaking of which, Drew Hill, it's good to see you, my friend. You wore many hats on the film, and
well, hello, I did. I had to bring the hats too.
Yes. Drew, what were some of
No,
your...
by all accounts.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, by all accounts, this movie should have been absolutely miserable to work on. I mean, middle of the night, middle of a polar vortex in a building without heat, but I have never had so much fun, and I would do it again tomorrow.
That's so sweet. Hey, what was the inspiration for the Schrodinger's cat shirt for Skip?
Oh,
many people are wondering.
That has certainly taken on its own life. But it was sort of mixing. The character of Skip was all about like duality, like the sobriety and intoxication, fun, sad, business with the blazer, and then graphic tees to make a little fun. And so I wanted something that, I'm a very literal person apparently, and I wanted something that just showed that he was in a constant state of flux between two extremes.
Is he dead?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's amazing. Dave Feenup is here. Dave, you're gonna have to unmute. I want to ask you a question. And first of all, Dave, I have to tell you this. So what we're doing right now is ridiculous. So we're running a Discord chat on my computer. We got a software to run an out from Discord into the in of OBS, and the routing I think is what got messed up when we couldn't hear ourselves about 15 minutes ago.
And as a sound engineer, I have no idea what the hell you just said.
Okay, well then let me get to my next question. How the hell did you mix our film? There was like 500 tracks, and it was a huge mess. And
it started off with Steve Schultes did an incredible job mixing the music. And Drew did a lot of. It was recorded live, but there was a couple of overdubs and stuff. But between Drew and Steve Schultes' work, really, it was about just dialogue editing and adding in all those little ice clinks and Skip's glasses and, hand pats and the ASMR, of him, like his fingers in his ears and all that stuff. It was just, there was so much to work with. It really challenged. I started off as learning music production. And then I got into film work, and this challenged me in everything I've ever done, with mixing the music and then dipping it down for the scenes away from the stage. And, it was incredible. It was an awesome experience. And I'm glad you guys trusted me to, put my hat in the ring and do what I do. So, awesome. But it started off with a good story and great performances. So, you guys made my job a lot easier.
That's so cool. Thank you, Dave. Hey, Danny Mooney, I got my first audience question. Okay.
Yeah.
It was asked, what's the plan for the film? Someone says, is it on YouTube? They want to watch it again already. Would you like to talk about all of that? I would love to hear you.
Yeah, totally. So, yeah, I mean, the journey that led us to this moment that we are in right now was, coming out of the back end of the pandemic and talking to distributors and trying to figure out where would this film go, where would it land, and we even got some distribution offers and such. But with the state of the film industry, they just weren't super lucrative, and so we kind of concocted a hybrid of like YouTube and also concocting together a Apple TV and Google Play and all the paid platforms will be coming in later in the summer, early fall. But for a little while, we're going to leave it on YouTube and just let the world have it for free and just let people enjoy. And if you feel like supporting the film, then go ahead and buy a piece of merch or shoot a little tip your Duelers over there. And that will support independent filmmaking. But for the time being, it's going to live up there so you can rewatch many, many, many times. And the best that you can do for indie films, about it. Please share it. Please put it on your socials and just like tell your friends. And we just really appreciate y'all coming in.
That's awesome. All right, who do we got? Shelby's back in here. Oh, I see Elisa Carlson may have just joined in. I don't know if she's... Oh, does she got video too?
Hi.
Yes!
Hello.
Elisa Carlson has joined the party. Oh my goodness. Jane herself. So, by the way, you come in and you're like zoomed right away. Okay, Elisa, I have my set question for you before I lose you again.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm ready.
You were probably the most experienced stage actor. I could be wrong about that, but I think you have had the most stage acting to your credit going into the film. Well, that's a scientific fact. It's not an emotional opinion. And
I mean, not with that attitude.
I know. That's a good point. How did film acting compare to stage acting for you?
It was fun. Like it was very like, oh, I see myself in the thing, and now the facial expression and what your eyes are doing matter. It's bonkers. It's bonkers to make these like intimate choices versus, well, I'm playing to 150 people who are 8,000 miles away. It was an adjustment. It was cool though. It was fun. And I think I got it the first time I went and looked at the footage. I went back and looked at the screen and went, oh, yep, okay. Time to make some different choices and do some different things. It was really cool.
Awesome. And speaking of which, all right, your co-star Tom, if I can bring you back in, Mr. Tom McGovern, thank you for being here with us. I would like to know what it's like to play a kind of romantic story with someone, and I don't even know if anyone noticed, that you never shared a single line of dialogue with throughout the entire film.
It's not unlike showing up to a bar and playing a 3-hour bar show with someone that you've never met and like trying to capture natural chemistry with someone that you're just going to trust is an amazing person that gets it. And Elisa very much is an amazing person that gets it. So I was just very lucky to be able to.
It's 4 years later. We've still never spoken.
I know. We still haven't talked.
Who are you?
I have no idea who I'm looking at.
I looked at the movie and went, I don't know these people.
I've never seen any of these people in my life.
All right. I would like to, on that note, Ms. Shelby Winfrey, I think that you might be the person I knew the least going in. Like, I think I either knew of or had met or something, but like, I think we got a recommendation to audition you from Steven Savage, and obviously the rest is history. But I would like to know, having like left the process, and then I think we've texted twice in 4 years, and 4 years later, I just want to get sort of like your, what was that like just now? Seeing like you kind of came in, you were freezing cold, you did a great job, and then like here it is. What are your thoughts here?
It feels extremely surreal. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's definitely a hello. It's definitely a rewarding feeling because it's like we did it. It's like you don't realize what we did. It didn't ever click the way that we would film scenes. Like there are so many scenes where we wouldn't, like none of us have seen that scene, because we'd be rehearsing during time, but we knew that it was being done upstairs while we were doing something else. And so it felt like a legitimate, beautiful story that we were a part of. And I felt like each of us, I didn't know how important like my character would be. And I felt like I was important. I felt like I was helping move the story along and like, understood what we were trying to do. So it felt good.
That's awesome. All right. Now the opposite. I didn't know she was going to be able to find a way in here, but my significant other, you know how to unmute yourself, love? Can you? There you are.
Yes, I do.
So, okay, now listen, you just did a film. You got to get better lighting here. Turn around. There you go. So, having been there the entire 4 years, how are you feeling after watching that, sweetheart? Or more likely watching the kids watch this while playing Legos?
I mean, I've had the privilege of kind of seeing sneak peeks along the way, but as I watched every version, I fell more in love with it because I was just watching it like with no expectations. And even when I watched it the other day, I had tears rolling down my eyes because I actually know all of you. And so I thought the acting that y'all did was incredible and touching. And every time it's a long way. I'm such a I don't know what the word is, but
Say it. You
that
love High
gets
School
me
Musical.
every
Just say it.
time when we just like the pinnacle of the point of the movie where it's like, nope, this is what we're doing. And the harmonies and acapella. And so even I didn't get to watch it today. I have the kids, but it's just been an incredible transformation watching it grow and watching our kids grow along with it. And I'm just proud of everyone. I'm happy that it's out now for us all to share, and sweet.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Did I answer the question?
Yeah. Okay, I just noticed that someone very special is here with us, Mr. Patrick Harney. If Christian, if you would like to unmute. And what's going on, Patrick?
Not much. Just happy to be here with everyone.
Christian, can you explain what Patrick did for our film so that...
No, I
okay.
think that Danny Mooney
Okay.
should explain what Patrick did for our film.
So allow me to introduce Patrick here, who's the sole reason this entire movie was in focus, because Patrick's job was to keep people in focus. And usually that means the camera has a mark and the actors have a mark. But in this movie, it was just like me running and then actors just doing their thing. And somehow Patrick was remotely pulling the focus and just crushing it. And literally, like, the movie would not have been able to be made any other way. We didn't have time to, like, set marks and, like, really know how the distance between the lens and the face was. Like, the fact that Patrick was so amazing is the only way that we were able to, like, make it and make it look as good as we did. So, like, Patrick is just, like, an unsung hero in this entire thing.
Awesome.
Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, Patrick, what do you have to say to that? Come on.
No, hats off to everyone. I mean, for, the amount of time that we had, the amount of money that was there, like, we made something really special, There's not a lot of people that could even pull something off like this. So it's pretty amazing to see it all come to life and see the premiere now.
That's awesome.
I think Patrick would always come up to me before a shot and he'd go like, so what are you going to do in the shot and what are they going to do? And my answer every time would be like, I think we're going to feel it out. We're going to feel it out. And by the end of the shoot, Patrick was like, if you say feel it out one more time, one more freaking time. It's amazing.
All right, go back to the cast. Danny K, what was it like recording a live album while making a movie? Because essentially these were like music takes with, you know what I mean? You had to do, recording an album is like very hard. You have to really focus and get your takes. But now it's like, and you're being like watched very closely on every physical gesture. Like if you've ever seen an album made, it's very boring because everyone's just focused. But how did you feel making an album while being physically?
I mean, honestly, as far as as far as what we were prepared for as entertainers coming into this, for me, that was easy because it really was just kind of like grip it and rip it, and that's just what we do as duelers every night. So, for me, it was just kind of like, no, that's the music was the easy part. I mean, like there was plenty of learning and rehearsing that had to be done, but that was the easy part. It was, now we talk about lines and having to at least hit some semblance of a mark. Like, we definitely were not very precise, or did we ever recreate any take ever? But yeah, I don't know. The music was fun. I think most of the time it was always like, oh yeah, okay, we can play a song right now. Okay, sweet, we got this. It's like, okay, now I got to act. Oh shit.
Tom McGovern, how do you feel about being one of the funniest people I've ever met and having to play such a sour son of a bitch on camera that I hate so much?
That's very nice of you to say, first of all. And second of all, I honestly, it was tricky at first because Tyler is like just a moody little, this is a clean stream. I don't want to say anything inappropriate, but it was definitely, it's against my nature basically to act like that. So I guess that's the definition of acting. You're acting. So it was a fun challenge. But I didn't feel good being very rude to you because I love you.
That's very kind, and I feel the same way. Man, what a group.
Right, and I just want to point out that Tom is so good at his job that within 5 seconds of being on screen, there was a comment in chat that said, "Is this the villain?"
I did see that.
Well,
you know, like, no, this guy's just a bummer.
Yeah. I thought I was the villain. All right, moving back down the line. Shelby, unmute yourself and let me know, how do you feel about being kind of a villain? And then, you are obviously as well a very sweet person in real life. You're not like a villain necessarily, but you had to play somebody who was doing some shady stuff.
It was so funny when the bomb dropped in the room that I was in, because everybody was so on it. They were like, yeah. What do you say? Murderer. When you like passed out, like, they were like, Shelby, that wasn't from the drugs. That was from your slap. And not only that, it was a shock. There's so many scenes that were so serious that I just didn't even, it's like I blocked it out or something. I don't even remember like that. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. It was crazy to see it come together. So it was a shock to me when I dropped the bomb too. I was wondering when I was going to say it, the club was being sold and I knew about it, but it was fun. It's fun. I like playing secretly mean characters. That's fun.
That is fun. All right, I'm going to keep going to the cast. Elisa Carlson, hello again. If you can unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hello. My next question to you is, I think you and I met in 2004, 19
Correct.
years. What was the book you were reading when I met you on the front steps of How at the Moon, Chicago? Do you have any idea?
You stop it right now.
You said it was probably some trashy romance novel. But I
Yes,
said,
it had to.
But I said, someone who's reading on their break, I like you immediately.
It had to have been. Like, I went through a phase because I was reading some trashy romance when I met my husband too, and that was on NCL. And he was like, "What are you reading?" And I just showed him because I was way too embarrassed to actually like say the title. Oh, mortified. I was like, "I'm reading. Stop it. Don't even worry about it."
That's what I'm saying though. Just the fact that you're reading is like a huge.
Like, wait, like a book, like with paper pages? I don't understand.
Yeah. What is this? What is this? It's not a.
Yeah, that's
like
because I'm a million.
It's like the print version of audiobooks.
I don't. Wait. So can you listen to put it up to your ear?
Put
It's
this up
fine.
to your ear. That's amazing. Any other thoughts on the film, Elisa? I hope you enjoyed. Do you remember me showing you a rough draft in a hotel room in Chicago?
Literally went, I don't recognize this at all.
No. There was no color grading. There was no sound. It was just like I was like,
I don't know what this is. I don't even recognize myself. I don't look like that. What is it? What am I watching right now? Also, Tom, when you say the bit about I've got $5 for my favorite song, I hated you so much.
Yeah, me too. That makes two of us.
I was like, we are love interests, and I can't stand you right now.
Yeah, don't blame you.
That's awesome.
Drew, I think that we should point out that I think it was Elisa that had the most instruments in the movie, right? Do we have a final count on the number of who had the most?
It was a competition, right?
Yeah, who played the most instruments in the film, Drew?
She's got 4. She got piano, violin, bass, and drums. Tom had 3.
And accordion.
And accordion. I'm so sorry. And someone said they didn't use the accordion. They must have missed Andy's all right. They must have been.
I was
in
like,
the
well,
chat.
I don't know what I was doing then.
We used the accordion.
We used the. Oh, you were 80% the size of the accordion.
Better believe it.
All right, Drew Hill. We haven't heard from you. Drew Hill. How many times did I yell Drew Hill during the production? Rough over under.
That was my favorite. That was the bat signal of I knew I was needed when I would just hear Drew Hill. Drew Hill.
I am not somebody who treats people like that, just so you know, but I loved you so much. I knew that you got the gag because I was just like, I'd be in the middle of something like, Drew Hill, just like I need you. But it's such a villainous thing to do.
I mean, it was great for a night shoot because it kept me awake. I mean, just it would wake me up every time it happened. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm here! I'm here!"
That's amazing. Let's see. Let me see. How my wife? You have anything you would like?
Wait,
to say?
hang on. No, before you move on, we have to talk about what Drew Hill is responsible for.
We did the Schrodinger's cat.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
Okay,
you probably
I was
were helping to
out of the
solve
room.
tech issues, yeah.
Okay, just a reminder: Schrodinger's cat is in the Dueler shop. Okay, goodbye, everybody.
All
Good
right,
night.
Schrodinger's cat is in the Duelers shop. There's lots of cool merchandise. It's a great way to support the film. Yeah, and it's also run by an Ann Arbor company. They're very cool. They do work for like all the Ann Arbor awesome groups and bands that have like come out of the city. So Ann Arbor T-shirt company, baby, they're awesome. Danny, you want to speak to that just a minute? Because that's pretty cool that they're working with us.
Yeah, no, Ann Arbor T-shirt company is just the best. They're a bunch of guys out in Ann Arbor, Michigan that are just crushing out amazing custom apparel and I mean everything from posters to like water bottles, tote bags, all the things. But their kind of bread and butter is like apparel. And what's crazy is Drew Hill, our costume designer, ordered the Schrodinger's cat from them during production, and they actually made the shirt for Danny Korzelius to wear in the movie. And now they are doing all the merchandise for Duelers. And so they're literally taking the original file from Drew Hill and giving it to y'all out in the world and making it happen. So it's from directly from the film to you. You are getting the exact same shirt that's on Danny's body for the movie.
That's awesome. I'm going to go to the crowd. Ken, you got to turn on your mic. She's in her kitchen. I'm downstairs. We just got to ask, did you shoot a film in 3 weeks with a 6-month-old?
Yes.
All right.
On the tit.
And how preggers were you at the time? I'm trying to remember.
No.
Theo. Help.
Theo was that summer, Danny.
No, but I'm saying she was pregnant though.
Theo wasn't born yet.
No, but you were pregnant during filming, weren't you?
No, we had Julian. Julian was crawling around. Theo was that summer, if I remember it.
Right, but she was pregnant with Thea during filming. Isn't that the right time?
No. I mean, she was conceived that summer.
During post.
Got it. Okay. I can't remember the
negative 6 months pregnant.
It was a celebratory event.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
We thought this film's not coming out anytime soon. Let's have another kid.
Well, we probably got 4 years here.
Yeah, we got 4 years. It's gonna be great. All right, so that's a question from the audience. I'll start taking some more questions from the crowd now that we've all kind of had our say. But before I do that, Shelby, I know you're like kind of stepping out. So any last words from you? You can stick around if you'd like, but I just wanted to make sure, in case you had to bounce.
I just wanted to be here to say I love you all, and this is one of the coolest probably the coolest thing I've ever done. So I'm really, really grateful to be a part of it. And you all are stars. And it was so cool seeing like Wanda up there and like Ken do it. Like that whole scene with Honey was hilarious. Hilarious. So thank you guys. Just thank you for giving us the platform and like showing everybody what it's about. I feel like it was such a great representation of our story that nobody gets to know. So it's really cool to be a part of that.
Awesome. Shelby.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Much love. So I'm in my basement. So Discord
Thanks,
flips
Shelby.
Thanks, Shelby.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Discord flipped my screen so the Dueler sign's backwards. Shut up. It's not a problem. Yeah, I can't believe we're doing this, by the way. This is incredible what we're doing even right now. Technology is great. Like, we're streaming a chat on Discord. Like I said, we had just one technical issue, and that was shocking that it was one of those, like, kick the machine and it fixed it. So technology is how we got through. I wish Cody was here, but I want to quickly ask one last question to the cast before I go to some of these. Actually, somebody said, will you recreate the entire thing in August at Bob McKee's? Bob McKee's is going to be a jam. We're going to play dueling pianos for real, and then at some point, I'm sure, like around midnight, once the work is done, a lot of times that's when the Duelers kind of just play their favorites anyways, but we're probably going to play some songs from the film. But all of us are very busy, so we're not going to make, like, Tom relearn all the songs from the film, because Tom's, like, doing great things, like opening up for Tenacious D and whatnot. We love you, Tom. And yeah, when you come out, let's just have fun. Let's not like stress anybody out. But if anyone feels like
you guys aren't going to recreate the duel?
The duel? Oh yeah,
I thought that was note for note.
I'm not going to relearn the solo that I had to drill in your in that living room, the Airbnb, every day for 10 days.
Well, if you, now that you've requested it, I guess we're going to do that. So fantastic. We're going to do everything from the film, including the acting, in the club, which is one of our first ideas. But anyways, okay, moving on. I just wanted to say I really appreciate y'all. This has been great. My little contribution is how much I love people who try. There's a lyric I wrote, as long as you try, you're welcome to play. And so I think we all, people say nothing's perfect. But I think they're talking about like results, but what they don't talk about is how effort can be perfect. And I think we had a perfect effort. And that is something I will never like forget, which is a month of my life I lived perfectly every second of every day. And you can't, we can't have more time or more money or more takes or to rewrite this thing, or if this didn't play as well, we can't redo it, because this is what happened. We'll have to make another movie. But this was perfect effort on everyone's part, and it is what it is, because I think people sense that, and I enjoy it. I actually just watched it for the first time, like without picking it apart, which is, I don't know how many of you have this ability to like switch from critique brain to enjoyment brain, but I think have it where I can actually turn it off. And I was like, oh, this is so fun. And then I was like, I gotta get dressed for the live stream, and I kept watching. So yeah, I'm just really proud of everybody, and thank you all for going with me on this. But all right, having said that, how long did you film, Danny Mooney? Ooh,
yeah, we shot the whole movie in 12 days. So we did it in 2 weeks with 1 day off in the middle. So it's a 6-day week, 1 day off, and then 6 more days. And then we all collapsed for a month or so. But yeah, and then pre-production was like, a month or so before that, when Joey Ostrander, our production designer, literally built that bar. That was not an existing bar. That was like a shell of a former dueling club. And he literally built the walls, built the stage, built everything in about, a month to 3 weeks beforehand, which is bonkers that anyone can build a bar pretty much by themselves. He had maybe 2 or 3 people that would pop in and like do a specialty plumbing or carpentry thing, but generally, Joey built it in like 3 weeks, and then we shot it in 2 weeks. And that was it. That was the life of Duelers.
The venue we're performing. Thank you, Danny. The venue we're performing live is Bobby McKee's in August 11th and 12th. Spread the word. We're going to do a lot of promoting on that. They're going to promote the film all summer. We're going to promote the live concert. It was one of the reasons we decided to use this YouTube thing, because we have a major organization with many, many great people on their PR staff that are kind of lending themselves to the film while we lend ourselves to their club. And it's a great kind of harmony that's going to be really fun to like kind of just go after this summer. We have all sorts of other great promotional ideas too to get the film out there. Sorry, Dan, your face is on while I'm doing this. I don't want to show my face because my Dueler sign is backwards. Tom McGovern, if you please. People are asking, now that I've said what I said, can you please give people an update of what you're doing in your band and all the awesome stuff happening in the life of Tom McGovern?
Yeah, absolutely. Most of my energy these days is going towards a comedy band that I play with. We're a trio called Wolves of Glendale, and we're basically writing the best songs that we can about the dumbest stuff, and it's an absolute blast. We have 3 music videos out right now. You can just YouTube Wolves of Glendale. Our first single is called Olivia. I'm very proud of that video. We all are. And we were lucky enough to open up for our heroes, Tenacious D, on New Year's Eve this past year in Las Vegas, which is it was surreal and it was wild.
Oh, man.
We've had a really heavy stroke of luck just over the past half a year, and we're working really hard, and I'm really proud of what we're doing, despite the fact that what we're doing is writing songs about like pooping your pants in a planetarium and falling in love with a ghost. It's like really objectively stupid, but it's why I moved to LA, and I'm really proud of it. And then beyond that, I make a lot of TikToks. I make a lot of stuff for Instagram, just like short little videos, dumb little songs. I saw a couple people in the chat commenting I don't give a toot, and good band name, bad band name. It's this little like dumb, very dumb series that I've been making. So you can follow along at Tom McGovern 27 on social media for some more dumb videos, and check out Wolves of Glendale. That would be so cool.
Someone said, oh, so Tyler did get signed. That's great.
Yeah, kind of. So, I don't think that anyone would join a band with Tyler with his attitude with that at that point in his life.
See, the thing I like, I don't want to go too far. There's so many things I have to say about the end of the film, and it could go any which way. Someone asked if there could be Duelers 2. There may be more Duelers content in the future. We had I have no idea what we had to see this through. We can discuss that at a later date. But Duelers 2 is not. We'll say it's not out of the question. Maybe probably never the way we did this ever again. But you have to do it once, and then you don't. Not only do you not have to, you should never do it like that ever again. But we did it the way we did it, and we got it done. So, anyways, let's see.
You don't want to be nocturnal while filming a movie.
Well,
that's not
that's
your
a
goal.
great. So here's another question, Christian, which I'll throw to you. What would you do differently, if anything? So that kind of piggybacks on that.
Oh, what would I do differently? I would have changed the time of year that we shot the movie, because when you don't realize that when you shoot in the middle of winter that you open yourself up to things like negative 33 degrees weather and a snowstorm. So it was so generational that they gave it a name. It's called the Deep Freeze of 2019. And they write stories about it now. There's news articles discussing how cold it was. And so we're shooting this movie, and we have to not only wear jackets in between takes, but we also invite tons of people to come and fill in the crowd, all the seats around the stage. And we think we're going to have 30, 50 people filling the space. And then literally a generational snowstorm hits and nobody can make it. And with the 5 or 10 people that we shuffled around, we were able to make a movie. That's the only thing I would have changed.
Christian, one of those people, by the way, I might be an extra in 20 of the scenes. My back is typically to the camera. With
Drew was everywhere.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, not only that, but there's so many little Easter eggs in this movie. And so if you can count how many Drews are in the background of scenes, and among other things, we really, we tried to inject as much fun into the film as possible. And so, yeah, Drew's got Drew wears many hats in this film, literally wearing many different hats to disguise himself in many different scenes.
Dave,
his voice makes he is like half the crowd as well. So he recorded a whole bunch of clips of him saying like, some retort from the crowd, boo, and all these different things. And I had to mix them in and alter them to try to make them sound a little less Drew. And then I mixed them in because we did a loop group here at the studio too, where you record crowd noises. And I pointed out when we were just watching, I was like, oh, there's Drew again to my wife.
Sorry.
So he is everywhere in this movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
I tried not to be, but hey, Drew, how did you like being an extra in a film? You have some great moments. I love seeing your face with the classic bandana.
Yeah, no, that was not something I expected, and I did not bring wardrobe for myself, so I kind of had to work with what I had. No, I agree, though. I would have picked a different season to do it in.
So that's my bad. No, my thinking was
we're in agreement then.
A lot of us
Good.
Duelers,
Yeah.
but hear me out. Duelers, chime in on this, and I think only Danny and Tom are left. What's our slowest season? After New Year's Eve? Like, how is I going to get dueling piano players to like take a break from their lives for like 3 weeks to a month? Elisa flew to Florida for a private event during the middle of it, that's
right.
That's why we did it in January, because it's a slow season in our industry.
And I was doing a cruise directly from there, so it was like there was no extra days because I was on a plane headed Miami and out.
Yeah, Tom. I remember that you were in the midst of a gig or something. I don't even remember. You came in, you did it, then you left and did something else.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, you know what it was? It was in the theme of doing dumb things. It was a musical parody of The Office off Broadway at the time that I flew out to do. Another very silly gig. I flew home.
You were on a billboard in Times Square, I think, for a minute.
For 2 days, yeah, and then the billboard died.
Oh no! I don't know about that.
Yeah. Dude, they talked it up. They were like, your faces are gonna be plastered all over Times Square. It's gonna be huge because it's one of those LED rotating billboards that just cycle bad. And I honestly think that's how they got the ad, because maybe they knew the billboard was gonna black out. And so we had it there for 2 days, and we like took pictures of their faces, and it's gone. But that was cool.
That's awesome. All right, whose cat is that? Dave's cat. Aw, that's beautiful. That's the cat that I took all the allergy pills I owned while I was coming to help you finish the mixing.
Drew is very allergic, and even though my cats don't go in the studio, he had to wear, cover of COVID, but he had to wear a mask and
allergy pills.
Take a whole bunch of Claritin and stuff just to be in my studio, because we were mixing for 10, 12 hours at a time. Yeah. this poor guy.
Hey, and the reason Drew had to do that was because COVID hits, and we're right in the middle of post-production on this movie. And so we can't figure out, how are we going to edit this thing? How are we going to do sound? How are we going to do color? And so we decide that the best plan of action is to do it all virtually. And we come up with all these virtual workflows, but Drew realizes that we can't do sound virtually. So we can do some editing virtually, we can do some remote reviews, and we can do remote color and all sorts of things. But Drew's like, I have to be in the room listening to this. And then it's like, there's a cat. Drew's just like, okay, I might die making this soundtrack, but I'm committed, so I'll go and do it. And I'm so glad that you did that, Drew.
Me too, guys. It's 10 o'clock. All of us have lives and children and wildness. I'm gonna go down the line and just give everyone that's still here a final thought. My left to right, just so everybody knows their place in the queue, is who's the green? That's Christian. All right, I got Danny, Tom, Christian, Ken, Drew Hill, Danny, Dave Feenup, myself. So I'm gonna start with Danny Mooney. Any final thoughts?
Honestly, I just feel like this was the dream scenario in terms of the people involved. And then the logistics we had to deal with is the waking nightmare scenario. And so it's like not enough money, not enough days, not enough time, middle of a polar vortex, like shooting a bar that wasn't a bar anymore, that was just like a dead space. And like the fact that like this small little like mighty bunch of people came together and made this come into fruition, and like made a bar become a bar, and like made live music become a beautiful movie that like $200 million movies don't do all the live instrumentation like they can't. Like it was a big thing when Les Mis came out and like people were just singing live. Like a Foley live performed musical is kind of unheard of, and we did it with like $5 and a couple hamburgers and high fives. Like, that was pretty much our. And so it's insane that that the amount of talent that everyone had in here, down to like even every single like intern and PA, like the PA and intern workforce was bringing it. And so like this whole crew and cast is just literally the best in the biz. So I'm just super humbled and lucky to be a part of it.
Danny, I want to give you the last word in your terms, but I do want to ask you, didn't some of the interns go on like to say this inspired, like they're in the field now, and they said this film was like a turning point for them in terms of.
Oh, a bunch of them. I mean, I shot another movie a couple months after we wrapped Duelers, and a bunch of the interns came back and interned on that movie. And there was one of them that during our movie, she was a senior in high school, and then she graduated high school right after Duelers, got into Columbia, Chicago for film editing, and crushed out 4 years, became the head of the editorial society at Columbia, Chicago. She just graduated with a 4.0 GPA, and she's already like going into the industry. And she said that like working on the Duelers set like really helped solidify in her mind, like, yeah, like this mode of storytelling is what I want to do with my life. And she just launched from there. So, and that's just one of the many, many interns and PAs that we had that were starting their careers. So shout out to like University of Michigan, Oakland University. Like there's a bunch of like awesome universities that just funneled amazing talent our way. So even the folks that weren't working yet in the industry were the best. So it was amazing.
That's awesome. Thank you, Danny Mooney. We couldn't have done it without you. So much love, man. Mr. Tom.
No, I love you.
Thanks, Danny. Tom, what do you think?
I just think it kind of to echo Danny. I just feel like everybody played both literally and figuratively the perfect role to bring this thing to life. Like everybody showed up in ways that were beyond what was expected on paper, and I think that's why it worked, is because we were all kind of aligned in wanting to make this thing as good as it was under the circumstances. And I'm just really lucky and proud to have been a part of it. It's my first time working on a feature film, and I really admire, very sincerely, I admire everyone that was involved to make this thing. So thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Thanks, Tom. Mr. Director, Christian Cicerone.
It's very rare that you're presented with an opportunity to make something as unique as this film. And I think that when we went down this road together early on, Drew, we're making that decision about, should we make a film about dueling pianos? Has anybody done it before? No. How would we make it? How much money would we need to do it? Who would we need to get involved? We didn't have any of those answers early on, but then we set down this road, and it was my first time meeting all of you, really. And so I didn't know what we were going to make and who you all were, but just taking that next step led to us meeting all of you and collaborating on this film. And I wouldn't trade that for anything, no matter how long it took, no matter how complicated it was, the sleepless nights, the endless amount of ridiculous things that we all had to do. When I asked Tom to learn magic for the film, he just said, yeah, okay, I'll learn magic. I don't know what that has to do with dueling pianos, but okay, great. I'll learn a magic trick, and you really did it. And it's, when we asked Danny to play all these different instruments on all these different songs, we're like, Danny, just casually, this is Danny K, Skip. Danny, just learn 15, 20 songs for this movie. And, and same, it's like when everybody stepped up, and that's you don't know that going in, but everybody did that, and everybody is so talented and so, and was so dedicated, and put a smile on every day, even in negative 33 degrees Fahrenheit weather. And so I couldn't have asked for a better group of people. And you don't make a movie like this without just going out on a limb and sort of taking a chance. And everybody on this film took a chance, and I really appreciate that. And everybody should be proud of the work they did.
Thank you, Mr. Director. Christian Cicerone. Great first film.
Yeah, crushed it, man.
Crushed it. Hi, Colleen Kinkern. You unmuted? You're not unmuted.
It's my turn.
There you are. It is your turn, love.
Love you guys. Thanks for the journey. We are finishing up our Legos. And everybody wishes you all well. Till next time.
Thanks, sweetie.
Thanks, Colleen.
Mr. Drew Hill, if you would kindly give us your closing thoughts here. You have to unmute yourself first.
I think.
There you are.
Oh, there we go. I think for me that the making of this film is like a perfect memory, because even the miserable things were incredible just because of this amazing group of people, and just spending time together, and in between takes having live music the entire time because of the incredibly talented cast and some of the crew. I mean, as you know, working on this really took my breath away.
We love you, buddy.
Elaborate on that. Elaborate on that.
Okay. Okay, let's hear from Danny K.
Leave it at that?
We're just going to leave it at that. Oh, good show. Oh, Lisa's...
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everyone is hitting all the notes that I would too, because it really was a totally collaborative effort. None of us knew what the hell we were getting into walking into it. Many of us had never met each other, and then we all lived together in that creepy ass house, I gotta say, there was some really weird posters in there, like some very strange decorating choices. But like the bonding that occurred in that first, like, I remember bursting into tears, listening to Elisa sing through Marie, like as we were just like singing through all the songs, and I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be so cool. And I think that for me, what I've echoed to a lot of people is that the fact that we were able to pull this off, and your tunes, Drew, are so friggin' good, that like I'm always like, hey, listen, we're all duelers, at heart, and we're doing the best we can, and very few takes, and our director's making us look as good as possible, and the camera, like, all the cinematography is gorgeous, but the songs are so good. And I've always just kept coming back to that. So, Drew, thanks for lending your tunes to us, because they're all really great, and just a joy to perform all of them, even the ones that didn't make the movie. Are we going to see any of those? Are we going to see American Way?
We might see some of the cuts. We stopped. Okay, real quick update. Dave, you're on deck, so get ready for your final thoughts. We cut like 50 minutes to an hour from the first assembly cut. That's like 2 episodes of like a TV show. But so we started posting a lot of stuff on YouTube, to hype this premiere, and then we realized like people are starting to check it out, and some of them actually started to get like a little bit of numbers. And then we were like, but there's no movie there yet, and we kind of put the brakes on it because it's like people are going to the channel like this is probably going to be really cool, but you only get a lot of people like once, like they see something and they're like, so what's here? There's no movie. So we kind of stopped like the heavy PR, but like we've got a lot of stuff in the chamber, like a ton of stuff. So you're gonna see some outtakes, deleted scenes. Yeah, like another reason we want to do the YouTube thing is like we get like our whole world, the Duelers world, the Duelers expanded universe, the cinematic universe of Duelers, the DCU. So we get all this extra stuff. So the answer to your question is yes, there will be probably extra songs. There's some really funny scenes. We cut some scenes, like I had some scenes that I thought were so funny, and then like Colleen and I both had a scene cut that were so funny to me. Like I was like, we can't cut this. And then Danny and Christian were much wiser, and they were 100% right. They were like, yeah, but that's you, Drew. That's not Drew. Like that's you being funny, or that's Colleen being funny. Like that's not Ken being funny. So like they don't make the film because they kind of take you out. Like we're trying to not take people out of their experience. But those are going to be really fun to see over the next.
I'm never going to hear the end of these scenes. We're just going to have to post them. We're just going to do an extended cut. The Duelers extended.
Yep. All right, Lisa, you're on for a couple more minutes. I'm going to get Dave Feenup's final thoughts, and then I'm going to get yours, if you please, Mr. Dave Feenup. Sure. You have the floor.
Yeah, this was just a great experience. It was awesome working with Christian and Drew for the first time. But there was a lot of familiarity in my work, as Danny Mooney and I have worked on, I have no idea how many movies. And then Steve Schultes, he and I have worked on, I don't know how many movies. He did the location sound and he mixed the music. And just what an amazing experience too, like hearing about the extreme cold weather. And then we had to, for post-production, we had to fight through COVID. I had to get a loop group together in my studio in the depths of COVID. That means bringing in a bunch of people to do like crowd reactions and stuff. So we had people literally waiting by my back door to take 15-minute COVID tests before I would even allow them in the studio. And actually the first time we tried to do a loop group, there was a massive thunderstorm that stopped everyone from coming. It was going to be Drew's sister or something like that, and her friends. So, I mean, it was like we fought her whole way. But, I watching it just now, I was like, this is probably the best sounding thing I've ever worked on. And that comes from the performances and the mixing of the music and the direction. And it all starts with the writing and everything. So my props to everybody who made this.
Awesome.
Dave, how many tracks of audio did you have? I've always wondered in your mix.
I
like, how
don't
many-
count. I don't count. I scroll. I scroll for a very long time.
Awesome.
Oh, crazy.
Lisa Carlson, we'd love your closing thoughts.
Oh boy, no pressure, but I mean, kind of some pressure. No, this has been an absolute dream. When you were like, "Hey, come, maybe do this movie," that it's this love letter to dueling pianos, which I've been in for over 20 years, and just to be in the room with Christian and Danny and Drew and this unbelievable cast, and to put together something so quickly, so diligently, in such cold temperatures. Like just being like, here, your costume is a tank top, and by the way, it's 8 below 0. So do with that what you will. Oh, and make sure your hands aren't freezing because you're also playing the piano and the violin and all the things. It's like, yeah, this is a dream come true. This is amazing. And then like driving back to Chicago on our one day off to like go do a gig because I'm an idiot and I just didn't think, you know what, maybe let's just sit this one out and just be at Michigan. It's fine. It was an absolute dream. It's just so awesome. And seeing this gorgeous footage and seeing what this unbelievably beautifully talented group of humans can put together it's beyond belief.
That's awesome. I think this is going to wrap us up. And I will just say that on the other day off, we did have the robes day off at my house, which I'll never forget, where all of us wore robes. It was Tom, Danny K, me, and Lisa, and we all had robes.
One more thing. I think there really was a missed opportunity of an actual reality TV show of us in that house. Oh my God. Shame on us for not making that magic happen.
There's a lot. Oh my gosh. There's a lot. This whole thing was a joy. It was an absolute pleasure. Here, how about everybody wave real quick?
Drew.
It's just yeah. Anybody else? Anything else? Everyone good?
Drew.
Yeah, Christian, please.
I just want to say, because we've all had a chance to speak. It needs to be said that you wrote some of this music when you were young. I believe 18, right? Some of the tracks in this.
In my dreams is 14 years old. It didn't sound like it does
14
now.
14 years old.
Yeah, about a girl that I wasn't able to date until later, and then I did. But at the time, it wasn't happening.
Oh, so it's a good ending. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Drew, thank you so much for sharing all of your music with us and writing this film and sharing your experiences, because it would have been impossible to make this movie without real life dueling piano players. Literally impossible. The amount of time we had to shoot, the amount of skill everybody needed to perform all of this music, it couldn't have been done. And this film wouldn't exist without you sharing your experiences and being vulnerable and allowing me to make cuts. And every song, I feel like we made a little bit of compromise for the greater good of the film. And just thank you for letting that happen, and also for sharing just this movie and all these characters and everything that you created with us. And so that needs to be said, because that's a big deal. It's a lot of your life's work. And so
Thanks, man. It was a pleasure working with you. Yeah. We've been working together for a long time. I'm glad that you used to go to my sister's parties in high school, so we became friends. And dude, you married, your sister married one of your best friends. So, Patrick is Christian's brother-in-law, if you didn't know, guys.
Yes.
So that's, we keep it in the family. It's all in the family. Fast 10. All right. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Let's say goodbye to all the panel here. I'm going to go just end it like this and say,
love you,
bye, friends.
Yeah.
Such an honor.
I'm absolutely, I feel like an entire, weight has been lifted just getting this done. It's been 4 years of my life. I went to University of Michigan very proudly. I never went to graduate school. I went right into dueling pianos, which I had been doing the last years of my life. I feel like this is like the equivalent of like a PhD. We made a film from front to back. Danny Mooney, just, man, what can I say, man? I can't believe that you you put your faith in us. I know that when you needed me, I was there for you for that music scene in college. And I guess I did a great job. I don't know. But because you know, yeah, because you really been just an immense part of our lives, and you know, getting all the people together and kind of extending your sort of like just like incredible connections and friends that I can't, you know, not even like your business associates. These are like your buddies, and I feel like they're my buddies too. When I had a glass of scotch with Dave after we finished the mix, it was just like this is a guy, and he lives across the street from some of our other best friends. And Dave, I haven't seen you socially since, but I haven't really seen anyone. We have toddlers now. But
I've tried to invite you to my Halloween party, but you don't want to die.
I don't want to die, but I do want to go. I want to go to a good. We haven't been to a Halloween party in 3 years. We have toddlers, so you know. But I don't think they can hear that anyways. But I wanted to speak to that. I'm back on the OBS, but the last thing I'll say is, yeah, everybody, Christian, you know how I feel. My wife, couldn't have done it without my wife. She's everything. I have this habit of sometimes I don't thank Colleen because we are just like a unit. And we're always together, so I don't look at her like this person that's over here. Like it's like the two of us doing everything and like looking at everything and working together. So it's like, you know, like we are like thank you, and then like, you know, we'll see you later. But this is like, there's nothing I can do. But you all have to understand that this movie doesn't get made without Colleen Curran now Mrs. Colleen DeFore, and the work she did, not only like taking care of the kids, coming to set, nailing her lines, nailing her humor. She's just absolute. She's it. You know, I'm very fortunate. The reason she's the best is because she can hold me accountable, and everyone should find someone that can hold them accountable. And yeah, that's the greatest you know, gift I've ever gotten in my life is a best friend to partner up with that will tell me stop that shit. All right, love everybody. We'll see you soon. This is it. That was the premiere. And yeah, just very happy right now. Life can get so good sometimes. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Adios, friends.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say, if you don't work here, if you don't sleep here, and if you don't sleep with someone who works here, you got to get the hell out. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Take care, y'all. Thanks.